talking about 100 words to say I love you, another one of her amazing children's books. Sandra, thanks for stopping by. You mean you've done every type of character. Now you're going to do a Valentine's book, right?
Yes, yes, and I'm using lots of our characters book, which has really been fun.
Exactly. So putting all your characters into one. So talk about the idea for this book.
Well, this book really came out of my love of the 100 word format. There's beautiful books out there by a lot of publishers and some wonderful authors, and it's like the 100 first words, the 100 first numbers, the 100 first letters, first words, all of that, and I love them. But I started thinking, how could we use the book to really teach children about love? Not only just a caregiver reading to a child, but a child as they read to learn how to love themselves and to then learn how to love others. So that's really what this work is about, realizing that love is an action. And so there's all kinds, 100 words and actions throughout the whole book to show that you love someone and or to begin to love yourself.
Exactly, because you're able to tell them in so many different ways words that you
Yeah.
love them. It's not just one word for love. I love you, and coming up with adding your characters into that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was really fun. I always write the poem first. The book is written from a poem, and then I illustrate based on what I want to show the children and the reader of the interaction in the story. So yes, I mean there are 100 different characters in here doing 100 different actions that all show how much we love them and that you can love yourself. There's like believing in yourself and listening with care and doing your best and thinking about others in all kinds of actions that children can take to express love.
So talk about some of the characters that are in this that you're bringing back for
Oh my
this.
gosh. Well, we're bringing back the I Rough You dog from my book, I Rough You. We're bringing back Honey Bunny. Honey Bunny is figurative. There's the skunk. There's the crab from I Love You Even When You're Crabby. There's lots of fish from Kiss Kiss Little Fish. So there are many, many characters. Like on the farm, there's a little piglet and the cock-a-doodle-doo I Love You rooster from the farm book that we did. So there's just, many, many, many books, and we centered it around the world of the child. So you think children in the morning, they're waking up, they're getting out of bed, they're starting their day. Then we have kids going to the playground, we have kids going to the school for a walk in the woods, on the farm, even to outer space. So when you turn the page, it's another environment where the characters are expressing love in that environment. So it's a whole fun, playful walk through a child's world when they read this book.
Exactly. And that's the thing is to make it fun for kids. And how
Yeah.
do you know you've hit this book right? Because all the success of all your books, work what with Scholastic. How did you know this is going to be a home run when you're putting this together?
Well, you never know, but you do it with all your heart. That's how I do it. I do it with the idea to make the format become authentic and original to the theme of the book. And if a caregiver is sitting and reading with a child, reading this book to a child, they're telling them that they love them through reading the book and sharing it all the way through in different ways. So I know that's working. And there are actions, and this book is about action. And throughout the book, the caregiver, where it says tickle often, I imagine that the caregiver and the little one are going to be engaged in a tickling war, which is wonderful. So now the book is working as a prompt for action and activity. So that says to me that this format's working. Really, we just want kids to explore it and laugh and, learn to express themselves. And I think that we're seeing that. I got on a caller on a previous call, this call, and she said, well, I got the book because I wanted to give it to my grandchildren. I was going to read it to them. My grandchildren couldn't show up, but my husband and I just had an argument. So I read it to him and we're no longer arguing. So it was like a wonderful, gentle reminder of all the ways we can say I love you no matter what age you are.
I love it. And that's the important thing. But you've hit home runs so many times, but okay, it's ready to go and publish. What advice do you give the children's book authors, especially that are going the self-published route and are struggling, but they have a great idea? What do you
Yeah.
tell them?
follow it. Mostly do it. I had a lot of people who write me, and I encourage people to write me. I'm happy to offer whatever knowledge I have. I'm happy to share and listen and offer my 2 cents. It's what it is, 2 cents. Um, but so often people have great ideas and they just don't do it. They stop. They have the idea, they don't walk through. Walk it through. Treat yourself just with honor and respect and walk it through. Write the story. If you're not an illustrator, see if there's a friend or somebody you know who could, or find pictures that might do it. Now with AI, you can almost have your book illustrated, just to begin to start to see what it's going to look like.
Right.
And then share it. Read it with your children. If you're a parent, read it at the school where your kids go to school. If you're a grandparent, bring the grandkids and get feedback. Really begin to share your story with others. That honors you, that honors your grandchildren, your kids, whoever you're writing about. I just do it. And then if you're ready and you want to like take it out in the world, you can self-publish and see if it sells. Um, and or start reaching out to the publishers that you love. So often publishers, I notice online all the time now, more and more, they're looking for fresh voices.
Wow.
They're looking for ideas. They have days where you don't need an agent. You can send your book in without having an agent do that for you.
That's a great tip because
Do
everyone
that.
thinks they have to land that agent.
No, go to the website of all of the the publishers that you love and sign up, be a subscriber. But ask them when they're doing that next and see what you can do. Submit your publication. I mean, I think, your idea, publishers are really looking. And then for folks who are self-publishing in different formats, I know several publishers who are going online looking for those successes where people are self-publishing and inviting those authors to come into their publishing houses. Um, because again, it's all about telling stories in a unique and authentic way, and it's endless. So publishers are always looking. It's one of those beautiful relationships where you need each other, and publishers are wonderful people, and they work so well with authors. Um, I have enjoyed these relationships with the publishers that I work for over 25 years, and it's just wonderful to co-create
Right.
together and put it out there. You
Think
know,
about think about the idea, Sandra, Elf on the Shelf, how that just blew up out of just one
exactly.
person's idea
That's
coming on it from nowhere land, and then bam, it happened. So you just got to go do it. If you have a dream, go for it.
go
And
for
you had to work hard to get to where you are, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's just one step at a time. You just keep working and making relationships and doing the work and revising the work. I mean, it's not like poof, it's done. I mean, I've been making art and sharing it for over 30 years now. So it's one step at a time, and you keep growing and learning and doing, and hopefully I get better and better, and I'm able to communicate more clearly and get my messages out there in a way that really resonate. But it doesn't always happen overnight. Sometimes there are shooting stars. That's not been my career. I've never been a shooting star. I've just been print, and I believe in the messages that I share.
I love it. I just love that idea and why we should pick up the book. What's the reason? It's Valentine's Day. It's a great children's book to read to your grandkids, your kids, or even in the classroom. Tell us why. So many people should get it. Yeah.
Uh, Really, to put more love in the world, to teach our children to love themselves and to learn how to express love. And I think we just all need a little more love right now in the world. And this book is going to do it. If we collectively put it out there, we can put a tsunami of love out there. And that's my goal.
All right. Thank you, Sandra. We appreciate it. Best place. We can go to Scholastic to pick up the book, right? Or
Yes.
where do you think? Or
And
all
any
finer
online,
bookstores.
wherever you shop, in your local village, online, anywhere.
All right. 100 words to say I love you. And I appreciate it, Sandra. And thanks again.
Really appreciate you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
Take care.
You're listening and watching the Neil Haley Show, and we'll be back in just a moment.